What is up, people? It is your boy Carlos Bill Faucher, and you're watching the Carlos Faucher television channel. Listen, today, Chelsea, Brentford, 2-2, and I've put a little caption there that we defended too deep. Look, I'm not gonna stay too long on this because it's too late. I've been up. I didn't like this 8 o'clock kickoff. Um, but it is what it is. I guess they, because of the Tottenham West Ham game, is sort of, I get it from a television point of view why they did it. Two London derbies this weekend, and Tottenham got their thing. They must have heard my video yesterday, even though the analytics haven't come through yet. They must have seen that video and said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, we're taking that," and they go and beat West Ham 3-0, who we beat 5-1 a couple of weeks before. And then today, what happens? So, look, we started the game with Fofana at right back. Remember, I told you guys yesterday, well, you probably wouldn't have said this, I think only one person saw it. But when you do see it months down the line and you can sort of put it together, I said yesterday that it would be Malo Gusto. I don't know why Malo Gusto did not start today. He should have started today. No disrespect to Fofana, but like, what was he doing on the pitch? Like, bro, you've been injured for a long time, and we're trying to ease you back in. We know that you're healthy, you're fit, you're desperate to get back into. Think back, take time, take time. You're not ready yet. It should have been Malo Gusto straight away, because at least that way we would have had Neto would have had more support down the right wing. We would have had more support down there. I told you that Cucurella would not be on the pitch as well. Did I not tell you that? But anyway, he ended up coming on. But I told you that Cucurella would not start. We played Jarell Harton, who unfortunately in the first half got a yellow card. Now, with Jarell Harton, before I talk about the goals and all of that, I'm just going to go down by the defense, like person for person, and then we'll talk about the rest of the game. Jarell Harton was good. I was happy to see him actually on the pitch finally, to get his debut and everything else. And he was really good. He was not at fault for what happened. What happened is he got the ball, he went in for a tackle, and he got the ball, but the guy clattered into him afterwards. After he'd already got the ball, the guy clattered into him, fell over. So yes, what you do, ref, is you give a free kick, yes, but you get both players and you say to him, look, it was kind of like an accidental foul. It was a foul. I'm going to give a free kick because it was a foul, but it was accidental. He didn't intentionally go in there to take you out. My man, it's like he bottled it. The referee did. Felt under pressure and go and give him a yellow card. That changed the whole complexity of the game and the defense, right? And you'll see why. Pardon me, from the goals that they scored, that Brentford scored. Fuck Brentford as well. Fuck Brentford, man. Take some shit. We made you look good. Big up to Jordan Henderson though, but the rest of them, y'all look good. Well, Pinnock was okay. Vandenberg was all. They was all right. They played to the best of what they could, but we defended too deep, and that's what gave them their the problems. That's what gave us problems, should I say. Tosin and Chalobah. I think Chalobah should be on the right side of the central defense, and Tosin should be back to his natural left side. I think that it works better there. Having Chalobah where he did is not good. Anyway, I'll talk about that another time. I think Tosin, Caicedo, and Harto is a better tiki-taka sort of combination than Chalobah, Caicedo, and Harto. I think Chalobah's better with Fernandez, and should have been Gusto, not Fofana. No disrespect to Wesley. but he shouldn't have been on the pitch. Anyway, he was. We defended too deep because without gusto there's nobody to push, bring the ball forward. We're playing with three centre backs, or four centre backs if you include Hato, who also plays as a centre back. So we're really playing with four centre backs. So of course we're going to defend ultra deep, and it's not their fault. Don't get me wrong. It's not your fault if you don't concede or you concede very little. But the two goals that we had today were just like one where we went to sleep. The Sade goal, or Shada, or whatever they call it. I'm calling you Sade, that's your name. That goal was okay. It was a nice ball from Jordan Henderson. He hit like a 30-yard pass. It was nice. It was a nice little goal. And again, I felt like Tosin, I don't know, bro. Once he's sort of beaten, once that's a defense splitting ball and a ball that's split the whole midfield, bro, just get something on the ball or make a low block if you can. He goes to make a block, but it's too late. It's too late. And Sanchez should have really had that post covered a little bit more, but I guess he thought that Tosin was going to get something on it. I'm just saying that if Chalobah had been there instead of Tosin, it wouldn't have happened. That goal doesn't happen. But anyway, what can I say about Caicedo? Caicedo played really well. Fernandez played kind of well as well, but they were too deep. We were too deep, and we made Brentford look good. I don't know if we were underneath that much pressure, not from what I was watching. We defended way too deep. That's what I can say. And the problem with when you start playing like that, you bottle it in the final third because you're putting all this effort into defense and just getting through, but then there's nothing with the attack. Boanote, I'm not going to criticize it. It was his first. His debut. Gittins. All three of them bottled it. All three of them bottled it in the final third, in Brentford's half and final third. They all bottled it except for Pedro. Yao Pedro, that is. Yao Pedro played very well. I'm going to be honest, I don't know what Gittins did because at one point I switched off. The game was so boring that I not switched off, but like I just literally, I think I was doing something on my phone. I think I was cooking at the same time. It was that boring. I just thought, now what's this? We had in the second half, I mean, we went down after 35 minutes, like I said, with the Sade goal. And then we had the second half. We came in, Palmer scored an equaliser in the 61st minute. And okay, the game's alive from there. But again, it was sort of more of the same thing. We bought on Cole Palmer when did he come on? He came on for Gittins, didn't he? I think he did. Cucurella came on. Reece James came on. And Tyreek George came on. They all came on at half time. Cucurella, Reece James, and Tyreek George came on at half time. And then Garnacho came on in the 79th minute, which I'll talk about in a minute. I'll talk about him. He actually played well. He actually played very good. Surprisingly. But he is an impact. That is what he is. That's what I know Garnacho to do. But let me get back to Cucurella. So we had to bring on Cucurella because we were desperate because I think maybe we lost shape. We lost shape down the wings and we had to bring on Cucurella. Cole Palmer came on. I didn't think he would. I didn't know what the thing was, whether he was fit or not fit. I didn't know what it was with him, but I didn't expect him to play, but thank God he did. He was a ray of hope, and yeah, we do really rely on Cole Palmer. It's horrible. I think I did say before the match, I did tell you that it would be Enzo and Caicedo as the pairing in the midfield. Although I felt um, if we're playing a 4-2-3-1, that instead of Bowanore, we should have played Fernandez in the 10 and then played Santos and Caicedo. I think that game, it changes the game a little bit. If you leave Fofana on the bench and put Gusto on, we've got width. Then we've got, we can sort of attack with more confidence. Pedro Neto had a chance that he actually laid off for Cole Palmer, where he actually laid it off for Yao Pedro, and Yao Pedro bottled it. We kept bottling it in attack. It was like any time they had a chance to shoot, like they would beat a man. Pedro Neto beat the guy, beat the was it Rico Henry? Let me not say yes, it was Rico Henry that he beat. Yeah, it was. No, it wasn't Rico Henry. Lewis Potter. It was Lewis Potter. Sorry, my bad. But he also beat Rico Henry as well. And I don't know, bottled it. Stop laying it off. Stop laying it back for Cole Palmer and Yao Pedro. Bro, once you've beaten your defender and that's it and you're through on goal, you shoot. That way, if the goalkeeper saves it and it gets a rebound, then the Yao Pedros of the world and the Cole Palmers of the world can just tap it in. But go for the shot. You did that. I don't know if you were scared. I know that you're coached, that is what it is. You do lay it off for your striker. I get that. But Yao Pedro didn't want none of the ball. He left it, he let it go right through his legs for Cole Palmer. And although it looked good, and although it looks fashionable, it looks kind of classy in that, can we just get some fucking goals, please? Can we just, because Chelsea did not be successful with playing sexy football. We never have been. We win ugly. And sometimes I know we shouldn't accept that, but we're not Man United and Arsenal. We're not those guys. We're Chelsea. We win. We always had a strong defense and a good attack and a really good midfield. But I would rather some tap-ins than 30-yard goal. Yeah, I'm serious. I know people don't like that, but I do. I want good goals. I don't want. I want goals, well-worked goals. When it comes to equalizing, I don't care how the goal goes in. But yes, winning goals, game-changing goals, yeah, you could have a little 30-yard banger, banger here and there. But really and truly, like, we've got to get the job done, like how Tottenham did against West Ham. We've just got to concentrate on getting the job done first. And then we can play sexy football, like once we're like 2-0 up or whatever. But until then, like, we're trying to come back into the game, and that was just a very, very silly thing from Pedro Neto. I'm not gonna lie. There was one clear chance that I'm talking about that I remember, and Yao Pedro let it go through his legs. All right, that's classy. Cole Palmer should have done better, but at the same time, because people were saying, oh, he should have done better, he should have buried it. Yeah, he should have buried it, but he wasn't expecting the ball. You could tell he wasn't expecting the ball. He thought, because if that was Matchweek, I'm not gonna. I know people ain't gonna like this. If that was Matchweek, he buries that. He buries that right in the bottom left-hand side or right-hand side. I know if that was Matchweek with his very limited finishing, he scores that goal. Pedro Neto, yeah, you're good. But you had to be greedy. You had to stop being unselfish. You have to be selfish in them situations. Because Pedro did not want that. He bottled it. I'm sorry, Yao Pedro, you're good, but you bottled it there. You should have at least buried it yourself. You went and laid it off for Cole Palmer. Why? And no disrespect to Cole Palmer, he was just further out. So he's got less chance of scoring there. Anyway, what do I know? I'm just a fan, like you lot are on the pitch, whatever. But I just thought that was dumb before you bottled it. I really, really do think you lot bottled it a little bit. Garnacho, he come on in 79th minute. He should have come on a little bit earlier, to be fair to him. He actually played really well. But that's what I expect from Garnacho. I expect him to come on like an impact off the bench, impact player. I'm not saying that that's all he's ever going to do, but I'm just saying for now, while he's young, that's what I expected. For him to come off, finagle, but he really did play well, man. He attacked well. I could have said the same thing for him as well. He was beating guys, going past guys, and then doing this same laying it off for Cole Palmer. Laying it off for Cole Palmer had another chance to bury today, and he should have buried that one. And he didn't. And they were saying, oh, it was a hard one for him to bury. Maybe it was, but either way, Garnacho, you should have finished that one yourself. Not just and Neto as well. You should have buried your chances. Tyreek George also came on the pitch. Let me talk about him. He was pretty good. He played pretty well. I can't really say he put a foot wrong. He was booked in that, but I actually liked him. He was pretty decent, especially as we needed to get back into the game. He would go central. He kind of played in a central position. He was everywhere, here, there, and everywhere today. But yeah, he played pretty well. And when he was on the pitch, we looked like scoring. I'm not going to lie, Cole Palmer played really good. I don't really want to talk about the goal, really. Caicedo's goal was a really, really good one. But yeah, anyway, when all them guys were on the pitch, the Garnachos, the Cole Palmers, the Tyreek Georges, and all of that, we did start attacking better from probably about 60 minutes onwards. And then we were 2-1 up. I don't believe it. 2-1 up. Caicedo. Brilliant goal. And I'm like, yeah, that's it. Next thing you know, we got 6 minutes of extra time. And they score in the 93rd minute. With 3 more minutes of extra time to go. They scumbag a win. Carvalho, who I thought was offside. I was praying he was offside, but he wasn't. He wasn't offside. He was onside. And I don't know. I hate losing games like that. Or we didn't lose, but I hate drawing games like that. But it was a game we were winning. That's a loss to me. I just hate games like that where it's awful. We didn't really take the initiative to take the fight to Brentford early enough. We bottled it. Attacking wise, we bottled it, and we defended too deep for too long. But let that be a lesson, man. Let that be a lesson to them. What do I think of Gittins? I don't know. I didn't really see enough of Gittins for me to really say Gittins is anything special. I certainly would not be starting any games with him or Bowanoti, for that matter. I don't want to see them two really on the pitch. I did say yesterday, if you watched my video yesterday, I said that I thought that Garnacho would start and he would start in the 10 behind Pedro. I don't know. I know he was bought as a left winger. Tyreek George, though, does make me think. It does. I'm quite happy with him. I was quite happy with him, and maybe he should start at left. Gittins is not ready yet, man. Gittins is not ready yet. He's not ready for this. not ready yet. As in, maybe he'll need to come off the bench a few more times, and then. But there's no way he should have started today, man. I'm not saying that he played badly because he didn't really. There just wasn't enough because we weren't attacking enough. And these guys, it's like they're just trying to feed Pedro, which is good. But once you beat your defender, and you know that, if you have to lay back a pass, if you know you have to diagonally turn your body and lay it back for somebody to knock in, you should have you should have shot yourself. If you're that far ahead, the defense is here and you're here, yeah, you shoot. You don't lay off a pass. It was just stupid. And we did that, I think it was 4 times I counted in the second half before Caicedo scored, finally. When you lay it off, you lay it off for the central midfielders, like the Caicedos and the Fernandeses. When you lay it off like that, you lay it off for the central midfielders. But for the number 10 and the number 9, nah, bro. You can't lay it off for them, but just shoot. So Pedro Neto, Gittins, Boanote, Garnacho, you have to be a little bit more greedy. A little bit more greedy. And even Palmer as well, who should have been more greedy as well. He had a beautiful chance where he finagled in and out, lays it off. Stop. Nah, you lot are going to have to start scoring. I know Maresca's telling them that, and I understand it, but sometimes you've got to use your initiative and just worry about the wrath of Maresca afterwards. Let's score first, win the game first, and then when you say, look, coach, I'm sorry, you know what I mean, maybe I should have laid off the pass. He's not going to have a problem with you. But when in a game like that, he was fuming, by the way. He was fuming. In that interview, he was fuming. He was fuming. Because you know, he's probably figured to himself, we were 2-1, we were 1-0 down, 1-0, 2-1 up. We've literally got 5 minutes of time and then 6 minutes of extra. We've got 11 minutes and that's it. And we can't hold on to and it was just bad. It was just sad anyway. Look, I'm not going to go on and on about it. I'll do a review of the weekend of the other games tomorrow. But I've just been up all day to see this game. I know it was a 2-2 draw. I know we're 4th, but if we won tonight, we'd be top of the table. And this may come back to haunt us. This may be the game where we should have taken the initiative and we didn't. What I can say is big up to Gittins and Hato on their debut. Big up to Boanate as well. He did train well during the week. But Boanate, it should have been Fernandes playing in the number 10. And I could see, even from training, you could see that it should have been Fernandes there and Santos and Caicedo. But anyway, listen, what do I know? I'm just a fan. Please like, comment, share, and just subscribe, because I'm not on Facebook or anything like that yet. I will have to eventually go back on Facebook and do that. But until then, because I know some of you are watching, because I'm getting the analytics days later. I know some of you are watching, but you're not subscribing, and that's fine. But at least comment, at least like the video. You know what I mean? I'm out.